Gov, this morning during the chamber meeting, said new executive director said something about dozens of investors wanting to come here and invest. So from Silicon Valley, from Japan, auto parts manufacturer, and even somebody from Africa. Can you comment about that?
Yes, about 2 months ago, one of the cabinet members, I made an announcement that from now on, the point agency for all these investors coming into the CNMI has to be CEDA. And so we have, like Mr. Sasamoto has indicated, that there's been at least a dozen inquiries on investments, whether it's renewable, manufacturing, AI. So we're very optimistic that some of these companies that are looking and investing in the cinema will come to our shores. I just don't want to get ahead of ourselves by announcing which ones, but there are some very serious inquiries. In fact, several of them have come back multiple times to do some assessments and look at some of the data and what they need to bring back for a decision with the shareholders. So we're very optimistic that several of these companies will come back and establish in Saipan and Rhoda or Tinian. So he's right. And they had a very successful engagement at SelectUSA. SelectUSA is an event in Washington, D.C. that's sponsored by U.S. Department of Commerce for foreign investments. And so Derek Sasamoto, CEDA, and Department of Commerce, as well as Senate member Corina Magofna, were able to make that trip and talk to some of these investors, gave them some of the investment package and some of the advantages of investing in the Commonwealth. So we're moving beyond just tourism. I will be talking to some of the airlines that we're able to contact too in Routes Asia 2025. There was a successful auditing by our MVA, and some of my immediate senior advisors in the office when they went to Australia. They have a lot of different airlines that they were able to talk to, and they've shown some interest, but they're doing some of their diligence on how to make it work for themselves and the Commonwealth.
So we don't have to rely too much on tourism anymore, huh?
I mean, let's be honest. Tourism is the driving primary economic driver, and that will continue. That will absolutely continue. But we need to start looking at other industries to complement or supplement that industry for our economy.
Governor Joe Ajuju just came out during an interview for Mariana's Press about needing the military to be our anchor tenant. Can you talk about that? Do you have any comment on what he said and how we should move forward the economy?
I said that 2 years ago. I did. I mean, if you look back at some of the things you wrote, Mark, I said that, and they're investing billions of dollars in the Commonwealth and across the Indo-Pacific. And if you look closely at Trump's budget proposal, he added, I think, 11 to 13 billion dollars for infrastructure and developments in the Indo-Pacific area, and that includes us and Guam and Micronesia, and as well as the Philippines and other countries in the region. But so you see that the DoD, Department of Defense, is very bullish in its investments in infrastructure and the economy of the region. So he's right, and we've talked about this. He's met some of the brass. I've traveled with him to Washington D.C. and we met some of the high-ranking DoD officials at the Pentagon and had this conversation. So he's absolutely right, and we need to pay attention to it.
One last question, Governor. He alluded something to the effect that we need to streamline our government agencies when it comes to permitting. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, and I'm gonna probably put it on the first floor of the governor's office. Right? I mean, that's, we need to not just let the agencies all by themselves and let them. We really need to bird dog the process, improve the process, and try to get permits out within 30 days for environmental permits. Within 30 days, if we can, and for business licenses, it shouldn't take more than a week to get that out, if not earlier. So he's absolutely right in that regards, and we've worked with it. And I've talked to Joe, and as you know, Joe was in the at CPA, and we've talked about other issues. So I share his thoughts, and he shares my thoughts on it. So I agree with him.
Thanks, Gov.